Hello everyone and welcome to our video today about dark patterns, also known as deceptive patterns. Dark patterns are design practices that can trick or manipulate consumers into buying something or divulging information that companies can then use as data. We'll be digging a little deeper into what these tactics are and how they have been used to trick people online. All of our information today comes from the FTC, and as always, I'll include a link to the source website in the video's description for you to research more for yourself. Let's get started. So, the FTC put out a staff report called Bringing Dark Patterns to Light on this very subject back in September of 2022. And we're actually going to hop over and take a quick look at that report together. I will include a direct link in the video's description to this staff report as well. Okay, here we go. There's so much important and educational information in this staff report. Details, explanations, even specific examples with pictures of the different deceptive patterns and how they've been used by different companies to trick the public. So I'll just scroll and find one real quick. So here's a nice photo image. Here's another one. So there's lots of examples of how these different deceptive patterns have been used to trick the public. It is a long report, but it's written in a way that anyone who takes the time to read it will be able to absorb the information. Appendix A of the report, I'm going to scroll all the way down to Appendix A, is a compilation of digital dark patterns, the type, variance, and the description of each. I strongly recommend you go and at least browse, if not read it completely, for yourself. Being familiar with these dark pattern designs is a great way to build awareness and understand what websites might be presenting you with. The FTC works hard to protect consumers, and they are actively fighting against those out there who want to trick, trap, and manipulate people. So let's step back and learn a little bit more about the different types of dark patterns. According to the FTC, dark patterns have been around for a while. Some direct mail and brick and mortar retailers historically have used psychological tricks and tactics to convince consumers to cough up money or personal data. Examples include pre-checked boxes, disclosures that are dense and hard to find, and confusing cancellation policies. As many of us have moved into the realm of shopping and commerce online, these deceptive patterns have grown in scale and sophistication. The FTC's report found dark patterns used in several industries and contexts and focuses on 4 common dark pattern tactics. Number 1, misleading consumers and disguising ads. These include advertisements designed to look like independent editorial content, comparison shopping sites that claim to be neutral but actually rank based off compensation, and countdown timers that worked to create a high pressure sales environment, making consumers believe that they only had a short time to take advantage of an offer when the offer wasn't actually time limited. Tactic number 2, making it difficult to cancel subscriptions or charges. This dark pattern is very common and involves tricking someone into paying for goods or services without their consent. Consumers or shoppers may find themselves saddled with recurring payments for products and services they never intended to purchase or that they do not want to continue purchasing. Although the site or company may claim that it's an easy cancellation, consumers who are trying to cancel their subscriptions are forced to navigate lengthy and confusing cancellation paths on the company's website, and they're forced to click through several pages of promos and links that actually try to direct consumers away from successfully canceling. Tactic number 3, burying key terms and junk fees. Some deceptive patterns obscure or hide material info from consumers, like burying key limitations of the product or service in dense terms of service documents that consumers don't actually see before purchasing, or burying junk fees. Companies may advertise only part of a product's total price just to lure consumers in, but they don't mention other mandatory charges until later in the buying process. And tactic number 4, tricking consumers into sharing their data. The FTC states that these dark patterns are presented as choices given to consumers about their privacy settings, like sharing their data, but are actually intentionally designed to steer consumers toward the option that gives away the most personal information. The report details how hard the FTC has worked to keep up with these dark patterns and their involvement over time in the marketplace. And the FTC has sued companies who employed these dark pattern tactics with their users. For example, companies who were sneaking unwanted products into online shopping carts and experimenting with deceptive marketing designs. The commission voted to authorize the release of this staff report to the public. And as I mentioned earlier, it's definitely worth a read or at least a good browse. As always, thanks for watching. Goodbye.